welcome to another edition of The One Team We Agree On. I'm Jillian.
And I'm Kyle.
And we have a special guest today.
Yes, first time we have a repeat guest on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Poulomi Banerjee is back. And, there was a lot of other people I thought we'd have back before you. No offense. But our good friend Todd Lewis reached out to us and said, hey, you two were at DC on Saturday night. It would be a great way to open the show. So thank you so much. I know you and I just talked today and we were like, hey, let's make it happen. So thank you so much, because I'm excited to talk about both of your evening in DC with all the other union friends, because I was not there. So
yes, and we were. Yes. Kyle was dying a little inside not being there.
So how you doing today, Poulomi?
Good. Thank you both, and then thank you, Todd, for calling me out to be on the podcast. I am on fun employment as I await my next start date for my new job. So I did literally nothing today. I just ate and watched Suits, and now I'm here with you. So at the end of a perfect day one.
Nice.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
So today's show, we're going to recap the DC versus Union trip you guys were on. And then you and I were at Pints Fur Pets yesterday, and then we went down and saw our first actual
regular
YouTube match. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, what are we wearing today?
All right. So I decided to go with my Philadelphia 5 for 5 shirt here, with all 5 of the major sports on here and their stars of it, because honestly, I'm feeling Bryce Harper very much right now. He is on a tear as usual. I'm super psyched for the Eagles and Jalen Hurts and all them. And I've not gotten my Kelly Green yet, but I will. Basketball, well, that's full of drama right now. And Flyers, well, yeah. We have nowhere to go but up on that. So, but I'm super psyched, of course, because the main reason I wore it is because Andre Blake is on here and he had an incredible game. So as a salute to Andre, I wore this.
And I'm wearing our Come On You Boys in blue collars, because we all remember that from last year. And this is a very special episode. So we want to wear my very favorite t-shirt.
Yep.
From Philadelphia.
Yeah. And Poulomi, what are you wearing today?
So last year when they had their lightning bolt kit, they also came out with like this jersey t-shirt with the light blue and the gold Philadelphia Union, and then there's a snake in the bottom corner. And Billy's gonna love this. This was on clearance.
Nice. Nice. Not an $80 t-shirt. This one.
No. It's like $7.
Love it. That is the
best. Love it. The clearance, and I'm not gonna ramble here, but the clearance aisle, the best finds you can get. And like I have like half of my wardrobe from clearance, so hey, I ain't complaining. So before we get started, let's make sure make sure you subscribe and follow us, and please interact. We'd love to hear from you. We're on Twitter at TOTWAG,
Facebook and Instagram at The One Team We Agree On,
and we are on YouTube, Spotify, and Google. And now on Spotify, you can actually watch the YouTube stream on Spotify. So yes, I love your reaction to that. Yes, so apparently, just the way the new system we got set up, like when I upload it on Spotify, you can just sit there and watch it. So now you have YouTube and Spotify to watch the podcast live from.
Lots of options.
Love that for YouTube, but I have no makeup on today, so everyone needs to listen to this episode until I leave.
Oh, you look fine.
You look fine, yeah. You're fine.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. So I'm going to ask questions, and you two are going to be the stars of the show.
Okay.
Got it.
So let's talk about getting to the game. Poulomi. Jillian, and both of you, Jillian, were you concerned about Poulomi's driving skills and making all the wrong turns? And if you're not listening, Jillian's looking at our one cat playing with a cat toy.
Oh, he's going nuts over there.
Anyway, let's
Yes.
focus back.
Yes.
But anyway, we're off to a great start.
Yeah. So I drove down to Maryland. I met up with Poulomi, and also Nick and Ethan, they went with us too. So we had a fun group going, and we may have missed a few exits and had to reroute a little bit. But in the end, we made it. I wasn't worried because, GPS, you'll eventually get there. You just got to reroute a little bit. And it's funny because when we left, we saw that the bus from Chester still was they were only just getting going, and we knew we were like way ahead of them anyway. So we're like, okay, well, it's all good. We'll still be ahead of them. So
Yep. I think I only added like 10 minutes max.
Yeah, it
That's
wasn't
not
much.
bad.
No.
I mean, let's be honest. How many times have I made a wrong turn at Albuquerque and we've like added like 20 minutes onto our time? So no, you're not doing bad at all. So
yeah, no, it was fine. I've seen worse.
Yeah, this is why I'm a Union fan. There are no exits to miss on the way to Chester.
It is very easy. Even like for us from Lancaster, it's very easy to get to Chester.
I mean, it's literally,
once we hit Route 1, it's like 1 and then 370 or 322, and then we're like there pretty much. 95. Yeah.
Yeah, 95 straight shot.
Yeah.
It's literally go south,
go through Amish country pretty much.
Go east,
dodge some buggies.
Go north for like a half a mile, and then go on,
We only encountered 3 buggies on the way home last night.
We did.
That was a very low number.
3?
Yeah, like 3 buggies.
Low number. So.
We literally counted 50 one time on the way home from a late game.
Oh my gosh. Wild.
Yeah. And that was a Cincinnati game. So we got some pictures here. So let's talk a little bit about the pregame experience. We got some pictures here to share with everybody.
All
right.
So once we finally got down there, we parked and we went over to the beer garden, to Dacha. And Kyle and I hadn't gone there, but we'd seen it when we were down there for the skills challenge. So we spotted some Union fans, and you can see a few of them in there. And we did talk to them about the podcast a little bit. So if you guys that we met are listening, thanks for listening. It was nice meeting you all.
And thanks for pulling me for encouraging you, because I heard the story. You were like, hey, Jillian was talking. You're like, hey, these guys have a podcast.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, first off, I was like, we're going to be friends to them. Like, I just walked straight up to them and I was like, we're sitting together. But yeah, I want to shout out your podcast anytime I can. So I'm glad you got to give out some I think you gave out stickers, right?
I did give out some stickers. Yeah. Yes. It was. And for those of you watching the pod, in there you see our friends Nick and Ethan.
Yep. And then let's go back here.
And they had really nice selection, by the way.
I had a sangria mocktail. It was delicious.
I had this like blueberry crunchy smoothie type beer that was amazing, and I'm having something very similar from Kushwa right now, kind of in my Pints Fur Pets glass I got. But this is very similar to what I had, and it's amazing.
All right, and then you guys went to Screaming Eagles tailgate from there?
Yeah. So since we hadn't ridden down on the bus trip, we weren't really like officially with this tailgate, but we went and joined up with them, and I have some video there.
Let's get this down.
Yeah, it's good. I mingled with DC fans because I was like, I want, while we're here, I feel bad if we don't. So I was literally taking the entire time being like, who doesn't look scary? Like, who can I talk to? And then I found a group at the end, and they were a good group of guys just talking about, like Messi and his impact, and Rooney and Curtin, and kind of what coaching looks like in the future for both of our teams. So it was fun. It was fun talking to some of their fans.
Yeah, we did meet some people there, and let me say, like, it was freaking hot when we were, at the beer garden and walking to there. And I said, like, I feel like I'm gonna have like an Adam Booth like dehydration moment soon if I don't get some water. Remember that whole thing?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. But no, we got there, and there was a good crowd of Union fans there, and we weren't really mingling too much at first, but then we did. And I mean, it was definitely an interesting step. I mean, it's right on the river there, but
now they don't serve food.
They didn't have any food. really.
Yeah, it's a little goofy. I gotta say, like, huge props to like, Kelsey and the Sons of Ben team for the tailgates that they put on. Because
Hmm.
I mean, like, I was missing a Sons of Ben tailgate when we were in there. It's like it's not bad, right? It's like a nice
Right.
space for everyone to like gather in together, but it's no Sons of Ben tailgate.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool that they have like that whole indoor area, especially for when it's cold or if it's rainy or whatever.
Right.
That's definitely a cool spot and being along the river. And there were a lot of people mingling like outside too. So,
Yeah.
so that was cool. But I think I'm just like a little biased. I really enjoy our spot and having the music and having all the
Mhm.
different food we have and the beer options and everything. So
I mean, it looks like a cool setup. Definitely, but yeah, like you don't have any food. Like you gotta
yeah.
kind of have food, like with the tailgate. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's cool. So we'll move forward here. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So, yeah, I guess I didn't get any pictures down below. So when we did, we marched in and we gathered just past the security and we did some chants there and really got going good. And that was pretty awesome. If you guys haven't seen any video of that, I know Jose Nunez posted some video, Todd Lewis posted some on Free
Grace
Kick.
did the video of
Grace,
Olivia running to me.
right,
Yes. So
yes.
there's some really good videos.
Yeah.
So what was the energy like? I mean,
Oh,
like when we were walking in, like was it really good energy going into the stadium?
Oh yeah, Colin and Steve, who they both sit in like 136,
Mhm.
and they're both military, so they got voices for days. So they kicked off the chants on the march in, and then we just kept it rolling until we got to security. And then once most of us got through security, then we did some chants just standing there before we all walked up the stairs together. So it was nice. It was lively. It felt really good.
yeah, there were a lot of people as we were walking through that were like getting into people that were like there were Union fans standing around and they were kind of joining in and getting pumped up. And a lot of people seemed like, wow, just like saw a lot of like the wow kind of faces as we're walking. They're like, yes, these guys are hyped. So we went up in very steep steps. Of course, people listening, if you haven't been to Audi Field, it's very steep. And so once we got up there, our friend Todd Lewis, he came over and we got a picture there. And that's where we were standing for the away supporters.
All right. And then let's look at some other.
And by the way, Poulomi and I matched. We're the uni top, which was awesome. I love that jersey.
So once you got in the stadium, you guys got your spot. Talk about this right here.
Okay, so yeah, a few years down, it was Bendick's wife and 3 kids. And then Daniel Gosdog's son was sitting with them too, playing on his Nintendo Switch.
He came rolling up on his own, Switch in hand, ready to go, playing soccer while watching the game.
Yeah.
So we'll stop that and we'll get back to it in a second. But so explain to me, like, because I want to share one other video. So pre-game, while the team's warming up, are you guys doing chants? Like, what's the atmosphere like?
I mean, people were exhausted from the stairs.
Yes.
So I think everyone was just getting their breaths together, getting situated. We're kind of figuring out where to sit and like where to stand, stuff like that. Especially because friends and family were a lot closer to us than
Mhm.
where they usually are, according to like Michael was telling me that they're usually a little bit further down or there's a little bit of space, but they were like right up against us, all the way at the top this time. So I think people are just getting their breath. And then when the team came out, we all cheered. That was really exciting. So yeah, no, it felt excited. It felt exciting, and it was a huge crowd that was with us. So I mean, it's packed right from the start, I feel like, in our section.
Yeah. We definitely had we had 2 sections. We had like 111, 112 right there, full of Union supporters. Plus there were people down below.
Yeah.
And then of course people sprinkled throughout too.
So there is a tweet making the rounds here, and I want to share this with you. Another friend of ours, let me get over here. Jimmy, he posted this today. I don't know if you've seen this.
Oh my gosh, that woman. I was looking
Okay.
at her.
Oh, I did see that.
During the sucks. Let's watch it. This one was like, what is going on here?
I love the two teenagers in front of her. They're the best part of the video.
So I wanted to share that just because that's hilarious.
So if you're just listening to this, basically as we're doing our, usual sucks after each DC player, this lady's just freaking out about and like being a Karen, basically. No offense to people named Karen.
I don't know. I just don't think she realized what she got herself into.
Yeah, she definitely did not.
No.
So let's see what else we have here. There's this kid.
All right, so that's me just looking up from like where we were standing.
All right.
And then there's a view of the whole stadium. So
lots of empty seats.
There was at first. It did fill up pretty good once
Yeah.
we got started, but of course, there were lots of empty seats late in the game.
Yep.
Which we'll get to.
Yes.
All right.
And then yeah.
So is that after Mikkel's goal?
I believe so.
All right. So we're gonna watch this goal and let's everybody give the reaction here. I love this goal because look at Danny just hustle there.
Mm-hmm.
Great ball to Carranza, and Carranza just reads it.
Boom.
And
such a great ball from Carranza. And then
chef's kiss on that finish.
Yes. That's what we've been wanting more of.
And that's Jim said it, like, and not spoil it, but yeah, no, I think there's gonna be a couple more clips coming out of this goal because this was a really nice goal, and shame on
That should have been one of the goal of the week contenders.
Yeah, because again, like Danny with the great hustle here, breaks it. Julian not being selfish, boom, right in there, and like just that great reaction there. So, I mean, that was a great goal. So
It was nice seeing US score that early too.
Yeah.
it was because the last two games he's been active, and Jim has rewarded him
Yeah.
with letting him play. Now you
played-
can say,
Yeah, he played pretty much the whole game. So
yeah. So all right, so that's when he
that was awesome though to get us off to a fast start like that.
So,
And
Oh,
then
is this one their smoke bomb?
Yeah. So and I don't have anything from the McGlynn goal, but this was okay. So this smoke is going off though. Right before Danny's PK. Like the smoke was going off, and we're like, and if you put the audio on, of course, we're chanting, "You're confused." Yeah, there it is.
that's
so
funny.
goofy.
Yeah.
So what? It just like happened randomly, like just.
I mean, maybe someone messed up or someone pulled it by accident. I don't
Yeah.
know, but
I don't know, but it was
Them
weird.
things can go off like just accidentally, but
Yeah.
someone got too excited and pulled it.
Yeah.
yeah. So all right.
So yeah, that was funny. And then I do have video of Danny's PK. Deja vu. Of course, I know he had one in that 6-0 win last year.
Yeah.
right at half too, I believe.
It was right before, I remember Mikkel got fouled right before the half. Yeah, so it made it look easy as usual. And then I don't think I had their celebration. I think I cut off before they did their little eagle
But we've all seen
celebration.
the video. It's
But-
so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is cute. But let's go back here. I want to watch
Inez's
by
run.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
By Brujo.
phenomenal.
What
Yeah.
a run.
Matt Brujo, by the way.
You keep mixing them up.
No, I don't.
I know.
Well, shout
Look
out
at
to
that.
Look, I mean,
Bueno
that
and
was
Martinez.
awesome.
Look at that.
Oh, so nice.
And then such a nice goal by McGlynn.
Just I love this run by Jose, and
Oh,
this is why like Jim had said early in the season, like, you put him in Ale or Jesus' spot, like there on that side, he can make those runs.
Yeah.
I think it was Tyler on the pod the other day said,
Yeah.
he always pulls hamstring,
Right.
but at the same time, these are great runs that Martinez makes, and I would love to see that on some certain plays and formations.
Mhm.
It's just again more depth, so
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Alright.
awesome.
all right, so let's get back to some more slides here. All right, and we got more coming in here.
Yeah, so this is just Gozdog's son celebrating after his PK. I thought it was adorable.
so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then this was I think just before the half. I don't know. That was just a picture I think I took.
Okay.
Um
And we're
I know.
still
Oh, and this is probably the video of, I did get a video of us doing some chants.
okay.
So that's probably why it's, yeah. There we go. We were doing Jump for Philadelphia. We had to be kind of careful about it because it's so steep. As you see, some of the people were going on it.
Yeah, it was literally like Steve, Colin, like those folks in the middle who are really going for it.
Yeah.
And that's the end of
And
the
then
game.
that's the end of the game. Yeah. there's the end
So
of the
I
game.
got a couple more videos. So yellow card on Glessens. We're gonna watch that.
He was so mad too. Like,
Watch this play.
Yeah.
That's all ball.
yeah, he played the ball. Yeah, you can see his reaction. He's like, yeah.
I know. I can't remember last time I saw him that mad.
Like,
He got the ball. That's
Yeah.
a great play. Now you
Yeah.
can say maybe he got a little bit of that leg and that. Yeah, he got a little bit, but at the same time, that's a really, really good play there. Just he
Yeah.
got the ball.
Yeah, that was a bad call in the yellow, and like Jim mentioned it too. Like, if you, it's too bad they can't rescind that because
Yeah,
that ref probably knows he messed up on that.
that's
Yeah.
really more and more look at it. It's all ball, but
With how like Jacob reacted to, it's like, yeah.
so
like-
let's watch one of the crazier.
Oh, this
plays
was
for-
nuts.
Oh my gosh, this whole sequence.
I definitely thought the ball went in from the angle we were looking at. And then when I watched the other videos of it, I'm like, oh, no, yeah, that is not a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching that live, I mean, wow. And then, but once I saw the replay of it and saw how close, like,
Yeah.
seeing those angles.
So you guys are right down that.
Oh
You-
yeah,
I mean,
we
you
had a real
saw it.
good view of it. For
Was
sure.
the ball in?
No.
No,
No.
it definitely wasn't. It looked like it at first as it was happening live. Like if I was a
Yeah.
DC fan, I would still be very upset about this
Yeah.
whole situation.
Yeah.
I mean, right there, kind of looked like it went in, but
What a stop though by
Yeah.
Andre and by Jacob.
Jacob had a really solid game.
Yeah, I saw he got, player of the match day bench anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So anyway, so this is the end of the match.
yeah, and so yeah, of course we did lots more chants. They came over and applauded the fans. I know Jim mentioned it in his press conference about the fans that traveled. I mean, you would expect this game to be well attended by Union fans considering it's not far. So we did not disappoint. And one thing I noticed watching the replay of the game a bit, when Mikel scored, you could really hear us doing the Ua chant at after that. And that's video of us saluting the players here as we wrapped up. So so that was oh, and then of course, yes, we had some friends. We had Slocum family were there, and we got to see Olivia and Elliot. They came up and saw us.
I love this guy right here. He's like, "What's going on?"
Yes.
That is my best friend.
that is a beautiful, beautiful picture there of you both. So overall thoughts. I mean, I was really, really happy that Union hadn't really had much success early this year. You get 3 points on the road in DC.
Yeah.
Keep moving up the table. That's all they can do at this point.
Yeah, I loved our fast start to it. We came out aggressive, scoring so early in the game. That's huge because if you can start that early with a lead on the road, I mean, tremendous. That just builds your confidence so much.
And fun fact, they posted this on Apple TV, and I even went back and double checked it. Union are 9-0 this season, knock on wood, when they score first. So that's a really cool stat. So anyway, I'm glad you guys both had a good time. I heard something happened though with the bus coming, the Sons of Ben bus post that game.
Yeah, Poulomi, you heard about that.
Yeah, so the bus was like on the overpass, but then they were under the overpass.
What?
And so the bus was like, I'm here, where are you? And like doing circles and stuff like that, which is part of the reason I think why they were late. Because the bus just like wasn't in the right location. So eventually they all ended up getting on and they figured it out. But yeah, that's what we heard when we got to the Screaming Eagles tailgate.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
So, so you're headed to Toronto.
I am, because I was like, I'm on fun employment. Let me look at flights. they were not super expensive. So I'll be there for like 30 hours. But I'm excited. The Slocum family's going to go. I think there are like 1 or 2 KSU people who are going to be there. And so I saw Vince, that's his name, right? On Twitter,
Yeah,
he posts his
Vince.
outfits. So I feel like it's going to be a fun group. I don't know what that stadium is like. So it should be good. I'm excited to see. Well, I don't know. So they got the new manager, right? From the national team. And so I'm curious to see, what it's going to be like and how the team is going to play with all the changes that they're kind of going through, and also knowing that they've lost, what is it, the last 9 matches, and then the match before that was like a tie with Nashville, so it's not like they're doing a 10,
and they haven't had a win. Well, knock on wood. Yeah, it's last 13.
right?
So,
but like that's so Union if like they end that with us, right?
So here's the
don't,
thing.
but
I was pulling some data tonight. I don't want to jinx this, but
please don't jinx it. You already jinxed that Columbus game at the beginning of the season.
Queen of jinxing things. So.
So let's just say this: like right now, they haven't had a win in the last 13 games. They have the least amount of home wins. So you would think that this is 3 points or at least a point. But here's the issue: you have Red Bulls coming up. You just got 3 points at DC. You got a nice rivalry match, and then you have a week off, and then guess what? You get Cincinnati.
I know.
So and then you have to go to Charlotte, and then you got LAFC. So you got some big fish coming up. So what I hope that does not happen is, we get off to a slow start, because if we give up a goal early, and what also concerns me, if we're 0-0 at half, that's not good either. So if we can get a fast start, I think we'll be fine. I mean, we don't know. No one knows.
But looking at the games and looking at, who we have, like I would love to see like Quinn starting. I really need to see Barrywell. Like we eventually need to see him, right? Like I want to see him so badly. Just thinking about, resting some of these players, especially with, I mean, they clearly don't look exhausted after Leagues Cup the way that some of the other teams are looking, but it would be really nice to see some of the kids starting.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see the rotation. What do you think?
Yeah, and I know Jim did address the tie situation, and we were really hoping to see him at DC. And I know Jim said that basically it's like he's in his second week of preseason, fitness wise. So understandable that, in the situation we're in, like in the game, and DC's really, pressing there, it just wasn't the right time. But I do hope to see him come in soon.
If I'm a betting man, I would really think you'll probably see Jose at Red Bull. I think they're gonna rest him for this one.
Yeah.
Maybe go Flock or Bueno or the double pivot. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, and maybe we'll see Ale start.
I think you'll see Ale. I also think you'll probably see Ty, maybe Red Bull. I think you'll see him in these next. I would be shocked. I think Jim's going to give him at least some run, but I get where he's coming from. He wants to make sure that, he's got the fitness for him. He knows at least the system, at least somewhat.
Right. Yeah. Do the chant. I love the tequila chant.
I know.
Such a fun chant. And we're going to talk about fun chants later too on the show.
Oh yeah, we are.
So,
I want to go to a U2 game so badly.
It's so fun. Recommend.
What it's like. Yes.
We'll talk about it. But anyway, so enjoy your time, be loud, cheer proud, and let's go Union. So thank you so much again. And
yes, thank you.
Congratulations again on being our second guest. This is so exciting. Episode 44. And Poulomi, where can everybody find you?
Oh, everyone can find me at Poulomi 22. You can figure out how to spell that yourself. But I'm sure these two are going to tag me everywhere too. And that's on Instagram, Twitter. I've been adding Sons of Ben people on Facebook lately. So you know what? We can be friends anywhere. Connect with me on LinkedIn. And then you should find Chris Donovan and then connect with him on LinkedIn too.
Right.
Wow. I
So you
had
can
no
find
clue.
me anywhere, but thank you. It's an honor to be your first repeat guest. So I can't wait to hear the rest of this episode.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And
Thank
we'll talk to you
you.
soon.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. All right.
All right. Super fun. Yeah. And Poulomi's been doing more and more with capoing. So that was fun for us to kind of do that. And we didn't have our usual capos there so much. So that
Now,
was an experience.
what was your overall thought? Would you do it again?
I mean, in a spot like that, yeah, I like, hey, credit to people that go and capo at the home games. That's not for me, really. I'm perfectly happy being in 136 row and doing my thing.
Mm.
But yeah, I wouldn't want to probably capo all the time. But people that do it, keep up the good work. So moving on. So we had busy day yesterday.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So we started off yesterday going to the Pints Fur Pets.
Yep. So the Pints Fur Pets was
oh my God.
an
So-
event organized by Sons of Ben,
Mhm.
held at 2SP, and you had different options for it. We did just the basic package, but you get to go and have you get some beer tickets, you get pint glass, and
Nice sticker here.
yeah. So and the picture we have on the screen right now is just a view of where we were having the event. So we got a sticker, we got a pint glass.
Mhm.
Okay. And this was for the Philly Bully team, and different pet rescues that were there. They had a bunch of dogs
And
there. So
credit, it was a cool setup. First off, it was a cool setup. We're back where they make the beer in the warehouse area, not the front area, kind of where they have the taps. But I really liked it. It
Yeah.
was a nice setup. They had good music playing. They had
yeah,
one,
DJ Ascendance was there.
yeah, and they had a nice, they had what
There
they
was
have,
food,
churros,
burritos, street corn, beans and
he made
rice
some
and stuff, nachos.
It was
Yeah.
good. It was really nice. And they had your favorite
So yeah,
voluptuous
there were two beer
fuzz.
options. Yeah. So voluptuous fuzz is usually one of my go-tos at the tailgate anyway.
And then they had row homes with this the hazy IPA. I would have kind of liked a little bit more selection, but beggars can't be choosers at the same time. I get how
Yeah.
those things work. They
Right.
usually only have 2 taps on these events. We've been to a couple like that before. I mean, I get it. So
Yeah.
I
I was
felt
glad it was one of the beers I like a lot
I
from
mean,
them.
solid beer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining at all. But yeah, let's get back to some of the pictures here because this was a great event, and they also had a section where you could see like they have all the dogs of all the Sons of Ben members. I
Yeah,
mean,
dogs and cats were
Yep.
submitted, and basically you could donate. Basically, you put in a donation to raise funds, and that's for the votes. And so there was a box for each of the pets. Our cat Oscar is featured. By the way, you can still vote up through Wednesday.
Yep.
So if you haven't yet, you can do that. Sons of Ben have shared it. I've shared it on Facebook for those of you who are friends with me on there, and I think I shared it on Twitter. But yes, you don't have to vote for our Oscar, but if you do, that's
But
cool.
I mean, he's here. You can.
Yes. Oscar is running around like a little nut right now.
But I mean, honestly, you can vote for a buddy
Yeah.
Oscar here, or you can vote for any of the
Yeah.
other.
Hey, it all goes to a good cause.
Exactly, and that's
Yes.
the thing. So, I know Jesse chose his pup as well. I put some money in for him.
Yeah, all the
As
pets
well.
were adorable. A lot of them
Oh
had,
yeah, and there's some
a
great
lot of them had,
cats. There were some great cats too.
yes.
So shout out to the other people putting in for cats.
Yeah, and a lot of the pets had union gear on,
Yeah,
which was
love to
cool.
see that.
Oscar is wearing a union little dog tag that we got from the pet adoption area at the plaza. So, but that was cool. So, but yeah, they also had some rescue dogs around that you can pet, and of course they were adoptable.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if any of them did get adopted, but so yeah, so you got drinks, there was food, and then
Here's some more shots.
Yep,
I took
so
a shot of the
mhm.
beer tanks. And
Um,
then here's all the gifts. Let's talk about the gifts.
Okay, so well, the raffle items. So you got raffle tickets. You could buy additional ones. So first of all, gotta love the Joe Bendick head there. That
Joe,
was
Joe
a signed
Bendick,
Joe Bendick
which
face.
I put all my tickets in to win that
Like
thing.
all 2 of your tickets.
Yeah, and then I think what was it? Rachel ended up winning it.
Or someone.
No, I think Rachel or like
Or-
somebody she knew won it.
Yeah.
She won that, and
There was a signed onion bag.
she won that as well. I think somebody she knew.
Yeah. There was some signed flags from the team. I actually put like a whole bunch in for the Blue River End. Like I put like a ton in for the Blue River End signed flags. I thought that would be great for like my class
Yeah.
rep or something. We actually have both of those flags, but they're not signed.
Did Fred's wife win the black?
I think she did.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, there's the Union and Wrexham scarf signed by Wrexham and the U2 team. There was another Sons of Ben scarf, team signed Love is Love t-shirt. There was cleats signed by Kai's cleats that were signed. There was Bedoya's signed cleats
And Austin Trusty cleats.
and Austin Trusty cleats.
I mean, Austin,
You said
Austin. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Yeah,
y'all know
Trusty. Yeah,
Kyle has
yeah,
issues
yeah.
pronouncing
Anyway,
names.
dude, why did I think of that? Anyway, who cares?
We're gonna roast you.
Yeah, I will get roasted for that.
Yes.
But yeah, Austin Trusty cleats.
There was like an Andre Blake signed ornament. There was, there's like a whole bunch of things.
Which is funny because Billy reminded me, I'm pretty sure those Austin Trusty cleats were the same cleats from the locker room sale with Stu Finley, because I remember they had Austin Trusty white cleats there, and Billy's like, I'm pretty sure those are it. So
yeah,
hold on. I got it.
You weren't sharing the screen there.
I wasn't.
No. So share the screen. Yeah.
Oh.
So maybe now we can see it.
Yeah, here you go.
Okay. So there you go. So there are the items if you are watching this on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then
Let's see what else
yeah.
we got.
So and there's where some of the items were the raffle tickets. Oh, and like there was a door prize of a Julian Carranza face there signed. I have actually one of those, but not signed.
Yep.
Actually, I'm gonna sign one of those. But yeah, there's more pets. And at the end, towards the end, they did choose from the raffle. I put like 2 tickets in for the Kai cleats, and guess who won the Kai cleats? I had like probably 10 tickets in for the flag, and I had like 2 for the cleats, and then they did the flag, and I didn't win that. Someone else did. And I was like, watch me get the cleats though, even though I had like not as many in there. And yes, as you can see, I won the cleats. I have them here too. Okay. So Kai is one of my favorite players. So I was pretty psyched to get them. So the collection.
And then Eric was going around giving out these Sons of Ben trading cards from like Tops back in the day. I guess
He said they were from 2014.
Yeah, they're doing those. So we got one of them and add those to our collection.
Yep.
So yeah, it was an overall great experience, and
yes,
had a lot of fun. And then after that, we headed on over to Subaru Park.
Yeah, because we're like, well, we're out there, may as well go over to the U2 game, and other people did as well. So that was fun. I know some other people went to a U2 game for the first time.
So let's talk about that. Stop sharing.
Yeah.
Just remind me.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, first and foremost, they announced the lineup. But
well, even before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about like what it's like going to it.
Yeah, so we parked there and we're like
free parking, first of all, and
which is nice.
Yeah, so we parked in lot G.
Yeah, and that was really nice because everybody's parks in lot G. It's real easy to walk down the stadium. You enter right at which plaza is that?
Well, we entered at the gate that's closest to like the team store.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, you do get, I think 3 U2 games and like for free with your season if you're a season ticket member.
$7 after that.
Yeah, so it's definitely like if you haven't gone and you're a season ticket member, it's worth it. For us, it's not always feasible because we live kind of far and all that, but we were glad to go this time. And so they're playing the New England Revolution 2.
Yeah.
We go in though, and you pretty much are confined to the press box side of the stands. Okay. And so, a lot of people sit behind like the team benches there.
Right.
And we had a bunch of our supporters, some of our Sons of Ben people, over just to the side of that.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, Kyle the baby, Borton, those guys are really trying to get, and a couple other people are really trying to get that supporter culture with the YouTube, which I really think is cool. I mean, I think what was there, like 200, maybe 200 people? That's
it was not a lot.
But
there are a few people even in the press box.
Yes, there was 3 people in the press box, which I'm like, do I recognize any of them? And I did not. But I think it's cool what they're trying to do. That whole group there trying to create that culture, and I give them credit for kind of starting that. And I know Adam Booth was there, and
sounds like he hasn't really gone to games either.
No, and I think
he was having a blast though.
We all were, and let's talk about it. It was fun. We were like doing chants with like we were doing chants.
We were just randomly singing like Backstreet Boys and stuff. Just
it was like organic, which is what you love to see from a sport. Sorry to interrupt, but I just had so much fun.
Likewise, I had so much fun just singing like random stuff. Like we're just like, oh, because we're doing this, like, okay, what are some bands from Boston? Of course, we started doing like, Dropkick Murphys, shipping up to Boston. And of course, we're cracking jokes that like, some of these younger people there aren't even gonna know what some of these bands are that we're doing.
And then that one guy looked like he was like 41. Remember?
Okay, so not only that, okay, first of all, doing the chants and everything was awesome. I had so much fun doing that. And we did some of the usual ones, but like, we were just randomly singing songs. Like we just start singing I Want It That Way, and some different things. But also, just the trash talk was awesome.
There's nobody in
because it's not very loud there. They're hearing everything.
They're hearing everything, and it was so funny. Like some of the just comments we were making the refs.
Oh, and like this one player on the Revs was like, balding and looked much older. That he was supposedly 20 when they looked up this guy, and the guy's like number was 41, and they're like, what is that, your age? And the jokes they were making, like saying, basically making jokes that like that he's old, basically that he looks old, and the jokes from that, it was just, we were just dying.
No, it was fun, and I know Fred was there, and just it was a good time. So here's some of the video. Watch a little bit.
So the march out, and for our small section of people, we were being pretty loud. It was fun.
So it was cool. You had that.
Yep. So they marched out, and as usual,
that guy's not 20. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did not look 20. Yep, there's a team, and so there's the starting 11, and we had Andrew Rick, aka Pickle Rick. We did lots of Pickle Rick cheers.
I love Pickle Rick.
Yes.
And then
very excitingly,
we had Makanya.
Yeah, Oluwatu Makanya. He made his Union debut. Now is with the U2. But it was good to see him get in because he hadn't seen any action yet. He'd been on the bench during Leagues Cup for for the senior team, but it's good to see him start. I was really excited because I forgot about that. Oh yeah, maybe he would start. So we're really excited to see him. We've been excited about Ty, but yeah, we've been waiting to see Makanya play.
So my overall thoughts about him was, it's really, really hard when you're coming, you're learning the system. He hasn't been here. He's been here a little bit more than Ty, but he's learning the system. The things that stood out to me, he is very raw, but you can see the talent is there first and foremost.
Yeah, he's still learning the system.
Yeah. One thing, he would get beat. He got beat on, I think, one play, but then the guy did the same exact move, and he learns quick. So you saw that, maybe he gets beat once, but the next time he adjusts really well, keeps his composure. Really like his passing.
Yeah.
Really like his passing. Now, he's still learning the system. He's still learning these players, and he's a first team signee, so
Yeah.
you know how long is he gonna play with some of these U2 guys?
It's good for him to get his feet wet doing
It
that.
it is. So I mean, all the signs are there that
I mean, he's only like 19,
yeah.
so
So this is a player that if he continues to grow and develop, I think he's gonna be somebody that's gonna be a very solid contributor. If not down the road, Jack and Jacob are gonna keep getting older. Maybe it's down the road that somebody starts stepping in case one of them gets sold or they start to rotate and he starts to put pressure on.
yeah.
But
And Chris Donovan started the game too, which
yeah,
he played in the second half at DC, so came in, I
yeah.
think, when I say like the 65th minute.
Mhm.
So
I
we got to
mean,
again.
overall, it was so much fun.
How about when
And
Chris Donovan shoved that guy down?
okay, so
Do you have that one?
I do not, but I do have the picture of the 41-year-old man.
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
yeah. So
So
yeah, this
our
picture.
question for you is: see this guy right here? You can see my mouse.
Yeah,
Is this person 20 years old? I'm not sure about this,
yeah.
but no. Some more pictures of the game.
Mm-hmm.
We got some more here. Here's some more.
Just yeah, that was I think that's from the corner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two.
Yes. Shoot two. Shoot two.
A little bit.
Okay. And you can see like some different action there. McConaughey's up in there, and we had a shot off there, but nothing came of it.
So yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, Union lost 3-0, but you wouldn't have known it because I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun.
Yes.
And the other great thing is Kyle and Morton were out there just at the end here giving free hugs.
Yes, literally they had a sign that said free hugs, and they were they had a bunch of hugs. I guess they're allowed to do that at the YouTube. Normally they don't let us bring in like stuff like that, but yeah, they were tossing, the hugs, drinks to players. And Chris Donovan's like, "Can I have a blue one?" And there he is with his blue hug.
Question: is it Chris Donovan?
Donovan.
I know. So anyway, no, it was a lot of fun.
Yes. And we will be at the game against Red Bull on Sunday. So that's exciting. And apparently a bunch of my students are going to be there.
Yeah.
Today was my first day of school, and some of my students came off the bus and they saw me in the lobby, and immediately they're like, I knew they were at the DC game, but like I didn't see them, but they saw me apparently. So we're all talking Union right away. And yeah, it's awesome. I mean, the game's growing. Like in our area, there's more and more people that are Union fans. And from what I heard, the PJs in Lancaster, the PJ Wilhans is supposedly going to be showing the Union game on Wednesday.
Yeah, according to Conrad.
Yes,
and
just Conrad we saw at the DC game, by the way. Shout out. But yeah, so he's definitely trying to get some things going there and getting a watch party.
And I know we still are waiting on our friend once he opens up his shop downtown Lancaster. So anyway, that's all for today's episode of the One Team We Agree On.
Yes. So make sure to subscribe, leave a comment. We love hearing from you. And if you have any ideas on future episodes or guests, please send them our way. We are hoping to get some more guests coming up. So
I got a few ideas on guests. So
we do.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, I'm Kyle.
I'm Jillian.
And we will see you at the game.